Hello traders, it's Tomek here, and after a small break, welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. So of course we are during the summer period, so market is slower than usual, but still let's see what we might have in upcoming week or maybe in the 2 weeks. It depends on the volatility. My first pair is Aussie dollar US dollar. We are right now on the interesting level, because we are on the profit zone where price might react in both directions. So if we go to weekly chart, we will see that price reached a very strong support level. We had this reaction right now, we see this, and price started to go up. So the question is how deep we can go, because we might to see small retracement and continuation again to retest this and maybe go lower, or we'll have this deeper retracement on the weekly chart to the 36 CMA or to the area of the resistance plus trend line. So this will be interesting. So if we go to daily chart, we will see that we are on the around the 36 CMA, but what else we can find here is the powerful trend line. So that's why we are on the decision level. We all, of course, have this daily short 1 to 3 here. So right now, what we can say that price, if bounce here and breaks this trend line, we go again and try to sell. Our goal is previous bottom. In case of breakout of this area, we can try to buy, and our goal is this resistance together with the trend line, but in between, we also have weekly 36 EMA. If we pay attention to the resistance zone, we will also see that price hit this or is struggling or touched, yes, around this strong level. Yes, so basically, ideally, if you want to take long scenarios, it will be nice to see that price is breaking this zone and then is trying to go up. Okay, so if you go to 4-hour chart right now, what we see, no, first of all, to look for buy scenarios, we really need to see that price is going above this zone, yes, and it stays. And whenever this happens, you are welcome to look for the long scenarios. In terms of the short scenarios, we can draw trend line like this. It's not perfect because we don't have much spikes, but it's with the 36 EMA. So whenever price breaks this area, we are open to look for short scenarios. And like I said, we want to target not maybe the last low, but something in between. This area will be okay. Okay, so this might be another 100 pips or 150 pips possible move. Okay, if we go to 1-hour chart right now, what we have is just day trading scenarios. Why we have opportunities for the day trading, because price is making 1 to 3s. So of course we know that price already hit a very strong level on the higher time frame, but if you still want to make some intraday trades, what you can do right now, price is bouncing on the 36. We have 1-hour chart 1 to 3. Price is making new higher highs, higher lows still. So we can go to the 5-minute chart, for example, and look for some long scenarios, yes, on the 5-minute chart. So whenever price breaks this trend line and makes setup above, this is our option to go and buy this. Okay, so this is how you can combine this with right now those moves with the lower time frames. If we have volatility, if you are not interested, wait for breakout of those two levels and then look for buy or sell scenarios. Swiss franc yen. So I think last time we were here when we discussed this pair and we said about the long scenarios or short scenarios for the retracement, and we see that price went up, didn't still hit the last top, but generally we can say that we are around the resistance zone. So right now we see reaction. So the question is, or this will be bigger retracement right now, or this is just the small reaction and we'll still get like another spike around the previous top or even a little bit higher. Yeah, so this will be interesting what we will see. On the weekly chart, of course, price is making new higher highs. Yes, so basically we don't have any levels of the resistance. So we have to use what the previous spikes. So of course we can expect some retracements where to the levels which we marked here. Let me delete this. So we have this weekly and this weekly together with the 36 CMA. And if we pay attention for the trend line, of course, trend line is far away, but those are the levels where price might go. So now if we pay attention for lower time frames, what scenarios we have here. This is our daily trend line. So of course, as long as this trend line is holding, we still would like to buy, and as long as we are above the 36 EMA, we want to buy. So still, all kind of the retracement back to this area is option to go and buy this. Yes, of course, this is our target. So if we go to 4-hour chart right now, we don't have clear price action here. Now, 4-hour chart, it seems it's breaking the 36 EMA. And if we look for trend line here, we also see that it was broken. So maybe it will not have enough strength to go up. Maybe we'll see this retracement. It will be interesting. Anyway, if this continues to go down, your goal, of course, is the daily 36 CMA. So we can mark this. So we can say we can go to 1-hour chart and aggressively, if we get aggressively, because all short scenarios are against. Okay. Main direction, but if we get this will open your short scenarios, and then your goal might be this 36 EMA. Okay, so this is plan for now against the main trend short scenarios. You can also mix this with the lower time frames if you see that price is breaking to the tree line. If price breaks this trend line and starts to go up again, then we can look for buy scenarios. And your first area where you should manage your positions or try to achieve the profit is this resistance, because like we said, maybe price will not go even higher to this level. Yes, so we see that we have quite big distance between those two levels. It's around 100 pips. So if you decide to take long scenarios, this is your goal. Okay, so we can just leave the lines here and we can say, okay, here we can look for short scenarios, here we can look for buy scenarios. Euro dollar went down, of course, reached very important level, which is 1.0, even a little bit lower. Here we have 1.0 level. So this scenario happened. Yes. Last time we said that I think we were around this zone. So we said that we will see if price decide to reach this level, and we see that it reached, and now it's in the retracement. So if we look for the higher time frames, of course, we will see that there is still a lot of room for euro dollar to go down. Yes, if you pay attention for the monthly perspective. Yes, this is very strong level because this is 1.0. So right now we see this reaction on the weekly chart. Next level is lower, and of course we have still next level where price might to go. Weekly chart, of course, is in the downtrend. We see the spike. So or we have smaller retracements on the lower. Sorry, this is monthly chart, not the weekly. Sorry for this. So we had this spike. So or we will get this deeper retracement here, and then price bounce and continue, or again we'll have smaller retracement to the 12 EMA to the resistance, and then price continue. Yes, of course, if we have breakout, we have another level. So this is still downtrend on the weekly chart, definitely. Daily, we are still in the downtrend on the daily also, because we have this trend line. So retracement right now to the 36 EMA, to the trend line. So as long as trend line is holding, we are more interested to sell. Yes, because we are still in the downtrend. There is also resistance zone. So buy scenarios, ideally after breakout of this area. Okay, from the swing trading perspective. If you want to sell, of course, whenever price breaks this line, we want to sell. So let's go to lower time frames. Let's see what we have here. And unfortunately, right now we are in the range, so we don't have much. So basically, yes, this is our situation right now. So we want to see that price is breaking this, and then we can still try to buy, but only as an intraday trading. So really low time frames, because your goal is the 36, which is very close. But like you said, this is still a nice level for price to touch and then make reaction, like we had, for example, here. So that's why you can try by targeting this or that. But keep in mind that still price might also make something like this spike and then make some reaction. Yes, not exactly might go to this and react from that. Okay, definitely it also depends how price will behave here, because if we have continuation of this range, you don't need this trend line anymore. Okay, so we will not be interesting to look for trend line breakout. Then we will take this line, and whenever price breaks the range up or down, we will be looking for buy scenarios or short scenarios. If this trend line is still valid, because no, this range is right now around the 36. So the question is, if we have breakout right now, short scenarios. If we have breakout here, long scenarios. Lower time frames, stay away. Okay, stay away right now. There is no point to trade this, especially during this period. So wait simply to get some direction. You can monitor 1 hour chart, and whenever price make some breakouts, then you can look for shorts and for lower time frames to try to find some entries there. Okay, but don't trade here. GBPUSD dollar. What we have here on the weekly chart, price went lower. Yeah, so the momentum is still for sell. Again, we have reaction, we have another level, or we have retracement. Yes, and the question is how deep retracement to this level and then bounce continuation to this and lower, or bigger retracement to this resistance, to the 36 EMA, and then this, or even deeper retracement to this. As long as this trend line is holding, we, from the higher time frame perspective, we are in the downtrend. Okay, so keep in mind about this. But we go to daily chart. This was like a weekly. So we have daily trend line. It's a little bit similar to euro dollar. Yes, so we have resistance around this zone. So again, the same story like euro dollar. Yes, we have this, and if price breaks this, we can try to buy. Okay, if price breaks this line, we sell, and we target, of course, not the lowest point, something in between. Okay, so if you go to 4-hour chart, this is also in the range, as we can see, but we also have spikes when we can draw this line. So of course, if you decide to take sell scenarios, use low risk, because this is a really unclear situation. And long scenarios, we don't have much room, but if you have breakout, you see lower time frames, maybe 50-60 pips, it's still okay. Yes, but if you don't have anything clear, wait simply to see the price above, and here we try to sell. If we go to lower time frames, now right now, stay away from this. Wait clearly that prices or breaks and then go to lower time frames to buy, or breaks here and then go to lower time frames and try to sell. Okay, this trend line is clear here, as you see on the 1-hour chart. We can, let me just adjust a little bit this line. Yeah, so this line, if we draw like this, it's a little bit cleaner than on the euro dollar, because on the euro dollar we have range. Yeah, so basically this is what we want to achieve on the GBPUSD dollar, and USDN is the last one. What we see, it's again climbing like crazy, but it seems to have some reaction here right now. Okay. Also here, I have history till from 2002, and we see that price broke the highs from the 2002. So of course we see how strong this whole up move was. So of course we expect some retracement. So the highest point is here. We have support. We on the weekly support on the weekly here. In between we have 12 EMA, 36 EMA. Very strong uptrend. Of course, we can still try to buy, but of course this is very also late. Yes, we see that price already moved around 2,000 pips. If we measure also this, another 1,000 pips, so basically around 3,500 pips up move. Okay, so right now everything is very late. We have the levels where price might to stop. We see that momentum stopped a little bit, and now we have the strong reaction. So the strong reaction maybe will give us opportunity to make this deeper retracement. Of course, first of all, we need to break at least this daily trend line to think about the sell scenarios. As long as the daily trend line is holding, we are not interested to sell in terms of the bigger retracement. Sell scenarios, of course, are possible on the lower time frames, but to trade in the retracement on the daily, but right now it's not the case. We can try to look for something on the lower time frames, and generally Ideally, here long scenarios target this, here short scenarios, and try to catch bigger retracement. But if you are intraday trader, you see the momentum. What you can do right now, if you get retracement here, you can try to sell retracement to the 36 or to the trend line. You can try to sell, and it depends where price stop. If price stops here and make retracement, this is your goal. If we have situation that price, will go down again, will reach this, then retrace. You see it's bouncing. Short scenarios target trend line. Okay. Then after breakout of trend line, we can look for short scenarios. Ideally, I would like to see that price is playing around here, and then we have breakout here, and we can still look for long, or we have breakout here, and we are interested to sell. This would be perfect situation for us. Also, lower time frames, scalpers, day traders, retracement, short scenarios. Okay, so this is for 5 minute, 1 minute chart. It's possible because right now it's possible right now because we have volatility, and I think you see the volatility because price is making. So we expect again, yeah. So that's why it's possible. Whenever you start to see that price becomes funny, funny means that we have something like this. You stay away from the lower time frames. Okay. So right now, retracement we sell, or you wait for breakouts. Okay, so this is what we have on the USDN. Okay, guys, so that's all for the for forex. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Soon or tomorrow, I will also upload my indices forecast. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot, and hear you soon. Bye.